or woman who thinks they can. Do you guys agree with me?
Yes.
Okay, if you believe you can do it, you can. So let's talk about why we have negative self-talk. It's because we rationalize, and all of us do this, including myself. So when I speak to you, I am not talking to you like I'm better than you. I got the same things that you guys do. I'm not talking down to you. Quite often, those of you that have seen me train, when I train a company, quite often I'm sitting at the same level as them because I feel like when I'm standing up, I'm talking down to you. And I'm not any better than you guys are. I rationalize sometimes too. I do the same stuff. But I want to get better. I want to bounce back quickly. And that's the key to this whole thing today. You are going to mess up at this. We're human beings. But how quickly do we bounce back? So here's what rationalizations are. And I'm going to be sarcastic a little bit, but this is what's going on in some of our heads. It's not me, it's the market. Or, I could have hit my goals if I really wanted to. I just haven't wanted to. I'm just kind of hanging low for a few years while the market gets better. People just don't want to make decisions at this moment. But are there people making decisions right now? Like I said, the last 3 weeks from you guys in my business, it's amazing. People that did not make decisions 6 months ago. I can give you example after example after example. Where 6 months ago, I got 2 phone calls last week from companies I presented to 6 months ago. Both of them called me, and both of them said, Gary, you know what? We've been thinking about it, and God, we wish we would have done it 6 months ago. Oh my gosh, can you get started with us? 2 companies. One you guys would know real big, right here in the Bay Area. I won't tell, but it's not, I don't want to decide right now. Indecision, write this down. Indecision has cost Americans and people in this world millions of dollars. Indecision. Indecision has cost Americans and people in this world millions of dollars. Indecision. I don't need to get new clients, I just need to farm my existing ones. I don't need to write down my goals, I've got them in my head. What did I just say? 7 times more likely. Okay, if you haven't written down. Why should I work hard? Others don't, they do okay. I don't want to exceed my targets by too much. My manager will increase my targets for next month. Then there's monthly rationalizations, and these are all different examples of monthly rationalizations. I used to do fundraising for schools, like I said, and I remember one of the groups we'd call on to be cheerleaders. And the reason we call on cheerleaders is because for us, they were a market that we could call on in April, May, and June at the end of the school year. And if you guys know anything about revenue for a company, do you want to have revenue coming in every month? But schools usually end in June, then you got summertime, no revenue coming in, and then school starts back up in August, September. So we love to work with cheerleaders because they would do fundraising with us at the end of the school year. So most cheerleaders, I was blessed. I got a chance to work with many of them. But there were a few cheerleading coaches I'd go call on, and they say, well, Gary, hey, you know, it's kind of crazy end of the school year. Here's my cell phone number. Call me in the summertime. We'll do a fundraiser. And then I call them in the summertime, and they go, oh, it's a summertime. The girls are gone on vacation. Call me in August when they come back. You call back in August. Gary, man, you know what? We got 2 days now. Football players are practicing twice a day. We're practicing twice. We don't have time to do a fundraiser. Call me in September. You call me in September. Hey, the girls already got tests. Call me at the holidays. You call it the holidays. They go, it's the holidays. Do you guys have clients or people like that? That are always making excuses, always rationalizing, always telling you it's not a good time. All right? 100-0 principle. If you start making decisions, if you start doing things quickly, guess what the people you sell to will start doing? The people that you live around. If you're with a spouse, okay, and you're just a slow, and they're indifferent, do you think eventually they're going to be like you? Probably. It's called mirror matching. All right? So make decisions, be willing to take risks. Set high goals, don't be afraid to fail. It's another thing you want to write down. Set high goals, don't be afraid to fail. If you fail, your wife and your significant other, your girlfriend, boyfriend will still love you if they really love you. If it's fake love, they may not. Okay? But if it's real, if you make a mistake, they're still going to love you. Your friends, if you have real true friends and you make a mistake, you think they're still going to hang out with you if you make a mistake one time. They're real true friends. Heck yeah. So set high goals, don't be afraid to fail. Okay, we're going to talk about affirmations now. So, has anybody here ever had affirmations before? Okay? Anybody ever written affirmations before? Okay? Anybody read their affirmations on a daily basis? A couple of you do. Okay. Affirmations are like medicine. vitamin, shall we say. See, every day we need water to live, right? Or liquids. We need food. It's nice to get exercise. We need sleep. But many times we don't nourish our mind with new things. We don't feed our mind with reading and learning, and so nothing's going in positive to our head. You know, there's many Americans that get up every morning, they get up and they watch the news first thing. And then they go to work and they sit in traffic. They don't read. And then at night they come home, they eat dinner, and then the last thing they do, I'm going to watch the news before I go to bed. That's how they begin their day and end their day with news. Now, let me ask you, right now in the Bay Area here, is most of our news exciting? Yes. Okay. Some is, some isn't. I don't know. Okay. Every no here's some examples of some affirmations. Every no gets me closer to a yes. I'm getting more organized every day. If I see more, I sell more. If I see more people, should you be able to sell more people? Yeah. Heck yeah. It's like me to hit my goals. I finish strong because I work the numbers. I'll put a star next to this one. This is huge. Does anybody right now, and be honest, this is, what happens in the chamber conference room stays in the chamber conference room, like Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Okay. How many people in here feeling a little pressure right now to succeed? Feeling things are a little tight. I got to go do something. Okay. What happens if you embraced pressure? What happens if you embraced stress? Instead of, I want you to write down on your paper, buffalo mentality. Write down buffalo mentality. So this is an interesting concept. Most herd animals, horses, sheep, cows, goats, when there's a storm, when the rain's coming in, when the lightning and thunder's coming in, they run away from the storm. They go away. Buffaloes are the only herd animal that when there's a storm, guess what they do? They run right into the storm. They plow right into it. Now, two things happen. What do you guys think those are if you do that?
They get wet. The storm blows over.
You get through the storm much quicker, and you can be successful. And if you go at it with like confidence, you think you're able to overcome it easier too. When you run away scared, I'm going to run away from the storm. That's not strong. I'm going to go fight the storm. I'm going to not fight like in a mean way, but I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to go after it. I'm going to overcome this. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to beat that challenge. So I think that one's big. I like pressure. That should be one of your affirmations. It's going to be hard. I can deal with it. Okay, I'm strong. If you read that 6 times a day, I like pressure, it brings out the best in me. I like pressure, it brings out the best in me. If you read that 6 times a day, every single day, what do you think you'd start believing?
I like pressure.
It's cool. Matter of fact, where's the pressure? Bring it on. After a while, you would. Okay, but most of us are scared by it. We won't say we're scared because that's weak, but we act scared. We don't make decisions. We're chickens sometimes to do things. We won't take risks. So, I'm becoming a great manager because I take time to listen to my team. It's up to me. So there's a ton of them here. So what I'm going to do now is in your packet, I put, hang on a second, there should be a page in there that says your 15 favorite affirmations. Is there? No, okay. So, yeah, what I want you to do is behind the monthly action, okay, action items, okay, where it says action items, what page is action items? 11. Okay, page 11. So I want you to turn that page over to the back, like this, and I want you to write my affirmations, your affirmations. And I gave you a handout that looks like this. And this, when I first started doing this keynote about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I sat in my backyard one afternoon, and then into the evening, and the next day, I have a koi fish pond there. And to me, water is very peaceful. And I just started writing affirmations out. And then what happened was, as I did this seminar, people started sending me their best ones. And I've been able to accumulate about 200 or 300 examples of some good affirmations here that I welcome you to copy and use and call them your own. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some music. I'm going to go to the back. I'm going to play DJ, play some songs on my iTunes a little bit for about 7 to 10 minutes. and we're going to have a working session here for the last little bit of our presentation today. And you're going to actually write out your affirmations. And I want you to write out 15 of them. And you can do up to 10 that are copying me if you want to, up to 10. And then 5 could be your own. Maybe that have to do with your children, your work, your relationships. And just start writing. And then I'm going to ask at the end, I'm going to ask a few people to come up and read their affirmations. I'm going to give away some prizes. And one of the biggest steps in hitting your goals in life is what we call declaring it to the world. You see, it's easy to set goals, but don't tell anybody. It's easy to, yeah, I'm going to do this, and then nothing kind of happens, and nobody held me accountable, and there were no consequences if I didn't do it. One thing is if you tell the world, I'm going to do this thing, and we're on TV today, okay? And I will send you guys a link to when it's going to show, and I'll send your accountability partner an email saying, watch this, she said this, or he said this, but they're not doing it, or hopefully I'll say they're doing it. All right? So if anybody wants to at the end, I'm going to take 4 or 5 people. I'm going to give away prizes to people. If you have enough guts to come up here and do it at the end, you don't have to. So I'm going to put music on. I'll give you like a 2-minute warning. I'm going to take a break now. You guys start writing. I'll put music on, and I'll be back to you in a few minutes. You guys how to do this. And I'm going to be very transparent. I carry them, you'll notice, in my day timer because I carry this with me every day. And you handwrite them out, and they're in the back right here, and you can see it's kind of a wrinkled paper. And the whole idea is that you want to read these, if you can, every day. You want to write this down at 8, 10, 12, 2, 4, and 6. 8, 10, 12, 2, 4, and 6. And it takes you about a minute and a half to read them. And people, Gary, at 10 o'clock we got a meeting. Do them at 9:55. Okay. Well, I eat lunch at 12 noon. Read them during lunch. Okay, the key is it's the self-discipline. I want you to write on your paper this statement. Actually, I'm going to read this at the very end. So I'm going to read mine real quick. I'll put my glasses on. And it's not so much the words I say. I want you to see how much intensity and how excited I am when I read them. And like, this is really what I want to do, what I want to be. And so, here we go. My thoughts and conversations about other people are always positive, or I refrain from having them. I am lean, strong, and in very good shape. I always have time to read my affirmations out loud 5 to 6 times a day. Gary, this next one's big to you. I am in the top 1/2 of 1% of business success in the world, and will settle for nothing less. I am positive, I'm confident, I radiate good things. I'm good at solving problems. I like challenges and meet them head on. I focus my attention only on those things I can do something about. If I cannot affect it or direct it, I accept it. I set goals and I reach them. I know what I want out of life, and I get it. I'm a great father, totally being attentive and present when with Mackenzie. My golf handicap is improving monthly. My goal is to become a 100 millionaire and eventually give back what I made to those people that need it more than I do. I contribute to the lives of others, always and often. Gary, you are a rock star, you're on fire, and you're extremely happy. Okay, now, if I say that, let's say I'm having a bad morning, okay? Because we have bad mornings. And then I read that. What do you think happens? You get back fired up again. It's so hard to read this and then go back to having a bad morning. You know what I mean? Okay? Now, have there been days that I've not wanted to read it?